How do you shop? Do you have a shopping list and stick to it? Are you easily swayed by special offers? A new report looking into the food buying habits of UK shoppers has discovered that families are changing their daily diet to match the bargain food offers from supermarkets. Over 7 in 10 Brits confess to being persuaded by bog-off offers when food shopping, and over a third admitted to making impulse purchases. But what effect do these shopping habits have on our waistlines?
This new research by Slimming World has found that the 4 shopper types are quite different. First of all, we've got those impulse buyers. Now, these people go into the supermarket, they don't have a plan. They tend to make most of their purchases spontaneously, depending on what takes their fancy at the time. We've then got the drifters. They have a bit of a plan, but it's a very loose plan, and they're very easily persuaded away from it by bargain offers and buy one, get one free, those sort of things. Then we've got the flexible planners. These are the most likely to be of a healthy weight, and this is where we try to get people to with Slimming World. So they have a plan, they mostly stick to their list, but they have that flexibility to have something a little bit extra if they fancy it as well. This time of year, there's probably lots of people following faddy diets. These faddy diets can lead to us being controllers. So these people have a very strict list, they're sticking to that list, they're not making impulse purchases, and they're not really persuaded by offers in the supermarkets. But because of that, they're being a little bit too hard on themselves, and they can end up not being able to keep it up long term and have a bit of a blowout.
My weight loss story was, I was never a small child growing up. I was always slightly bigger than the other kids. The thing that made me start the journey to lose all the weight was a picture that went up onto a social network site. It's of me and my dad from Christmas Day 2009, and I knew I was big, but until I saw that photo and didn't realise how big, I was under the impression I was only a few stone heavier than him. In reality, I was actually twice his size. At my heaviest, one of the worst things I used to do was ordering a 2-for-1 pizza offer, and a starter, and a tub of ice cream, and 2 litres of Coke, and polishing all that off in an evening. I was definitely an impulse shopper. I'd go into the supermarket, I'd take advantage of those offers that you see on the end of the aisles. There's buy one get one free, there's 3 for 2s. And just filled up on that sort of food. It's never particularly healthy, but it's there and it was convenient to buy, and you think you're getting a great deal because you're getting twice as much.
Currently I'm an impulse buyer, and I just go in as and when I need to buy stuff, or once a week, but I never take a shopping list.
I'll say I'm a drifter, but when I go in the shop I'll have some idea.
I used to be a controller, so everything was controlled with what I actually bought, but now I'm more so flexible.
Well, tips for people who are trying to lose weight at this time of the year is maybe try and think about the shopper type that they are and try and head towards more of those flexible planner. So thinking about what they want to eat over the next few days, or maybe up to a week if they can think that far ahead in advance, making a list for the ingredients that they need to buy for those recipes that they're going to try, and sticking to that list, but also giving themselves the flexibility to buy a little bit of what they fancy as well.
My best advice I'd give anyone to those looking to lose weight and change those shopping habits would be try and look at what you're doing at the moment. If you are just walking into the supermarket and just grabbing what you see, start thinking about maybe planning a little bit ahead, having an idea of what sort of things you're going to be cooking for you, for the family. Get those recipes ready, get the shopping list made so you can be one of those flexible planners.
For further information, people can go to slimmingworld.com. On there they'll find a whole week's worth of eating with recipes as well, and that shopping list to help you get through it. They'll also find hints and tips of what will help you along the way, inspirational stories, and also where to find your nearest group.